Good morning and welcome to APOLAN's annual meeting of the membership. I'm Karen Leos and it's my honor to serve you as chairman of the board. I'd like to go ahead and call the meeting to order for the 2026 annual meeting of the membership. We've made really meaningful progress in 2025 and today's meeting is all about sharing that journey with you. We'll be highlighting key initiatives, celebrating milestones, and looking ahead to what's next. Now we've got a couple of housekeeping items. So all of those who are in attendance who RSVP'd should have received a copy of today's agenda. May I have a motion to approve today's agenda as presented?
I make a motion.
And a second?
Seconded.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Or raise your hand.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposition? Any abstentions? Okay, with that, our motion has carried. May I also have a motion to approve the minutes from the February 21st, 2025 annual meeting as presented?
I make a motion.
And a
I'll
second?
second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Oh, sorry. Any opposition? Any abstentions? Our motion carries. Okay, so before we dive in, I'd also like to take a moment to look at APOLAN's antitrust and non-solicitation policy, as well as our legal disclaimer. These policies help to ensure a respectful and compliant environment for all of our participants. So take a moment to review those now. Okay, thank you for taking a moment to review those important policies. With that housekeeping out of the way, we'll shift our focus over to the heart of APOLAN. So as we begin 2026, it's really important to revisit the foundation that guides our work and connects us as a community. Our mission, vision, and core values aren't just statements. They're the compass for everything that we do, from member engagement to our industry leadership. So let's take a look at those now. Our mission is simple but very powerful: to accelerate the adoption and evolution of fiber optic local access networks for the enterprise. That means we're helping businesses connect faster, smarter, reliably, and in a more sustainable way because we believe fiber is our future. Our vision is about community, to be the leading global network for the fiber optic local access industry and empower our members' success. Whether you're a longtime member or you're just getting started, you're part of something that's bigger, a movement that is shaping the way that the world connects. We're guided by 5 core values that define how we work and grow together. These values aren't just words. They show up in every conversation, every meeting, every collaboration, and every milestone that we've hit so far this year. And as we look ahead, they'll continue to guide us. Now that we've revisited the foundation that guides our work, let's take a moment to recognize the members who bring the mission to life every single day. These organizations are really the heartbeat of APOLAN, actively contributing to our shared goals and shaping the future of fiber optic access. And as we move into the membership committee report, you'll get to hear about some of the new members that have come into the organization that we're really excited about. So this slide highlights the current APOLAN members who are helping to drive our mission forward. These organizations represent a broad spectrum and expertise and a commitment to advancing our mission. As we move forward, we're going to take a look at our leadership. None of this would be possible without strong leadership, and our board of directors plays a vital role in steering APOLAN's direction and strategy and ensuring that we stay aligned with our mission. So I'm proud to introduce the talented individuals who serve on our board. Jim, Malpine, Chad, Alan, and Gayla bring a wonderful cross-section of leadership to the organization. Their dedication and advocacy has really helped shape our direction and strengthen our impact. Together, we're building something meaningful. While the board sets the direction, it's our professional staff who really keep APOLAN moving forward every single day. Since we partnered with Forius back in October of 2021, we have benefited greatly from their expertise and support. I'd like to extend a big thank you to Brianne Scott. She's our executive director and she keeps everything going for us. She's supported by Melissa, Tanya, Shannon, Their work behind the scenes helps to make sure that APOLAN continues to grow, evolve, and serves our members with excellence, and we really appreciate them. So we've recognized the work of our professional staff, but really what's most essential to our success are our volunteers who give their time, energy, and expertise to lead our committees and our task forces. So what you see on the slide are a wonderful cross-section of membership that help really drive forward that mission, and we're so very appreciative of them. We're going to be hearing the reports from them later, and they'll give updates from the committees and task force that they serve. So as we move into the next slides, we're really going to be talking about how we're moving forward with our strategic plan and the achievements of 2025. So hold on to your hats because we've got a lot. So we're going to continue to focus on translating vision into action. And I want to highlight some of the key accomplishments that we had last year. So we began by greenlighting the launch of a membership voucher program, which started in the APAC region with Mauping. If we can move the slide forward, we'll talk a little bit more about that. There we go. So the program was a strategic initiative to grow our membership base that was started in APAC and eventually expanded to the CALA and European regions. And I think that we've got a really strong program there. So the purpose of the program was to alleviate the cost and entry barriers associated with joining APOLAN and really to create a more robust membership base. And we see that program is working, and we're so excited about that. In addition to that, we hosted 4 webinars with strong attendance and meaningful engagement. The topics really ranged from eco-smart design to demystifying optical LAN and the evolution of optical LAN. So those webinars help us to educate, inform, and inspire both our current and our prospective members, and the team really did a great job executing on those this year. APOLAN also delivered multiple sessions and master classes at both BIXI Winter and BIXI Beyond in 2025. So that reinforced our presence and our expertise within the broader ICT industry. Back in November, we did something new and different that I was really excited about. We exhibited at the Green Build conference in Los Angeles. So that continued to expand our visibility and voice in the sustainability and infrastructure space. And it really aligned to our strategic plan of getting more information out there to the architects, engineers, and consultants. The team was really excited that went out and supported that event, thought it was a great event, right in a sweet spot for us. And so we're going to continue looking forward to doing that in 2026 again. Separate from that, our thought leadership also grew globally. We had a white paper that was authored by APOLAN that was published in RTI Magazine Brazil, helping us to reach new audiences throughout Latin America. And we also authored and published an article in ICT Today focusing on unlocking connectivity at sea that featured shipboard applications within the cruise line industry. We strengthened our membership benefits as well, updating the program to include expanded speaking opportunities. This allows our members at all levels to share their expertise, gain visibility, and engage more deeply with APOLAN activities. In addition to that, our quarterly newsletter continues to keep members and subscribers informed and connected, and our social media presence remains strong, including digital certificates for masterclass completions and regular public recognition for our members. APOLAN was also featured on multiple global events throughout the year, including the BIXI ICT Summit in Mexico, Nokia's Optical LAN Summit in Germany, and the Telabs Technology and Innovation Conference in Louisville, Kentucky. And finally, we'll be bringing the results of our MK market trend study for optical LAN in 2025 later this month. That is a study that we have done every 2 years that the membership really looks forward to, and so watch for results on that. So these accomplishments reflect a year of meaningful progress and growing momentum. So this is momentum we want to carry into the future in the year ahead that we've got for 2026. So now turning to another critical area of our organization is its financial health. I'd like to invite Chris Brown, APOLAN's treasurer and chair-elect, to share a brief update on our financial position and outlook.
Thank you, Karen. We had a pretty calm year financially, actually pretty successful. Had an opening balance on January 1st of 2025 of 105,000. We had total period revenue income of 136, almost 137,000. That was almost exclusively membership dues. Adding several new members this year helped that number significantly. We also had a total period of expenses for the year of 84,000, leaving us with an end of year balance of 157,000. So you'll notice on the next slide that our expenses were significantly below budget this year. That was due to several cost-cutting efforts for the organization. We saved some money by making some changes operationally, but a significant portion of that is expenses that were anticipated and budgeted for that just didn't land in 2025. So some of those expenses are now expected to push into 2026. And we've budgeted accordingly to account for that going into the new year. So now we're going to hand it over to, I believe, Jim. There we go, for the awards.
Awesome. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, so APOLAN members do a lot to drive its mission. And every year we want to recognize those efforts. Our members are invited to submit nominations for APOLAN awards. And the awards program now features both member awards, including education, excellence, innovation, international, as well as some individual awards. So getting right into that, the first award I guess I would like to talk about is our Education Award. The Education Award recognizes outstanding contributions in the industry by supporting learning and the advancement of optical land knowledge. This year, we're proud to honor Tellabs for their exceptional YouTube-based training initiative. Tellabs has created an accessible, high-impact educational platform with more than 100 videos and over 1,800 subscribers, providing valuable content to learners around the world and making it very accessible. Their use of YouTube has proven to be an incredibly effective way to share knowledge, raise awareness, and evangelize the benefits of optical land. Their work has also delivered measurable results and earned recognition across the industry. So congratulations to Tellabs, the recipient of the 2025 APOLAN Education Award. The next one we'd like to talk about is the Excellence Award. The Excellence Award highlights projects that set new benchmarks for performance, innovation, and execution. This year's award goes to Uber Data Networks for their impressive resort implementation. The project integrated multiple advanced technologies and leveraged high-power PoE to support lighting, IoT sensors, and in-room digital services, all while achieving exceptional energy efficiency. With zero-touch connectivity, the deployment showcased a seamless user experience from end to end. The use of Class 2 remote power and Class 4 fault managed power delivered industry-leading reliability, and the entire project was completed ahead of schedule with no downtime. We're proud to present the Excellence Award to Uber Data Networks. The next award we want to talk about is the Innovation Award. So the Innovation Award recognizes groundbreaking technology that moves the optical LAN industry forward. This year, the award goes to Nokia for their 25 gig ONT, the first enterprise-grade 25 gig PON solution in the market. Nokia's ONT supports both 10 gig and 25 gig, ensuring long-term scalability and future-ready network upgrades. With low latency suitable for Wi-Fi 7 backhaul, surveillance, and dense IoT environments, it delivers exceptional performance where it matters most. The solution also offers an impressive 720 watt power budget, replacing traditional 24 or 48 port switches. Congratulations to Nokia, the winner of the 2025 Innovation Award. The next award is an international award. We proudly present the International Award to Litera for their extraordinary training contributions across Latin America. Litera has trained more than 4,300 individuals and issued 1,200 certificates, significantly expanding optical LAN technology across the region. Their efforts have built a vibrant community of certified professionals and supported large-scale digital transformation initiatives. Their reach, commitment, and regional impact exemplify what this award stands for. Congratulations to Litera, recipient of this year's International Award. Finally, for me, the last award is the Champion Award. The Champion Award recognizes individuals who embody advocacy, enthusiasm, and commitment to advancing optical LAN adoption. This year's award goes to Gustavo Maurice. Gustavo is one of the strongest voices for POL in Latin America, presenting at multiple BICSI CALA events across Mexico, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. He actively supports APOLAN initiatives in several countries and serves as a trusted advisor to integrators implementing POL projects throughout the region. His energy, dedication, and leadership have made a lasting impact. Please join us in congratulating Gustavo, the 2025 APOLAN Champion Award winner. So once again, thank you and congratulations to all of our winners from last year. Thank you to all the different teams who submitted nominations, and thank you as well to the awards committee who was very effective and very thoughtful in going through the different nominations and working to choose the awards. I'll now turn it back over to Karen to present the winners of the 2025 Chair Awards.
Thanks, Jim. I appreciate it. And thank you for chairing the committee to do the award selections. We really appreciate that. So as part of my role as chairman of the board, there are two awards that I get to present to you. One is the Contributor Award and one is the Legacy Award. So I'm going to walk through those with you now. So APOLAN's Contributor Award is the first one up. This recognizes an APOLAN member who has gone above and beyond to support the association during the current year. And I would say that this individual not only has supported the association greatly during the current year, but many years. This year's Contributor Award goes to someone whose dedication and technical leadership have made a significant impact across APOLAN, Matt Miller of AECOM. Matt works on the technology committee and has elevated the clarity, quality, and credibility of APOLAN's technical output. His ability to break down complex concepts and communicate them effectively has strengthened our educational efforts and supported the growth of optical LAN across the industry. He also delivered the Optical LAN Masterclass at BICSI, bringing real-world insight to professionals and helping position APOLAN as a leader in next-generation network education. Matt consistently steps forward, contributes generously, and exemplifies what it means to go above and beyond. We are proud to recognize Matt Miller as this year's APOLAN Contributor Award recipient. Congratulations, Matt. Okay, the next one that I am honored to present is the Legacy Award. The Legacy Award honors long-term leadership and lasting impact, and few embody that more than Jim Connor of Nokia. Jim has served multiple terms on the APOLAN board, guiding the association through growth and change with steady, thoughtful leadership. He has strengthened APOLAN's global reach as the EMEA liaison, ensuring international voices are represented and engaged. He also led the APOLAN Award Selection Program for multiple years, bringing fairness, structure, and professionalism to one of our most visible initiatives. His work across finance, membership value, and strategic alignment has shaped APOLAN's direction and strengthened its foundation. Jim's influence is woven into APOLAN's progress and identity. We are honored to present this year's Legacy Award to Jim Connor. Jim, thank you so much for your contributions. We really appreciate you serving on the board, and congratulations on this being your very last mission with APOLAN. We wish you the very best. I want to congratulate all the 2025 award winners. APOLAN will be issuing a press release commending your achievements shortly. All award submissions will be shared on our website later this month to aid in our mission of accelerating the adoption of fiber optic local access networks for enterprise. Nomination for the 2025 awards are open, and I encourage you to submit early and often. Make sure that you're getting those notable achievements in so we can shout it, from the rooftops. I think this is one of the most exciting things that we do, and I really enjoyed getting to learn about all the achievements of the different member companies. So next, we're going to hear from the chairs of APOLAN's committees. These volunteers play an important role in advancing our work and supporting our strategic goals. To begin, I'd like to welcome Matt Miller, Chair of the Technology Committee, to share an update on recent activities.
Thanks, Karen. And I'm surprised and humbled by the award, so thank you for that. But with that, I'll jump into my responsibilities currently as the Technology Committee Chair. So we'll talk about what the committee does and what we're up to currently. So who we are, here's the list. We've got a nice long list of attendees in our committee. So thank you to Joe Cook for being my vice chair. And then we have Chad Hine serving as our board liaison. And you can see we have a long list of committee members that contribute to our meetings and our content on a regular basis. So we've got a great cross section of manufacturers, distributors, everyone across the marketplace. So we have good engaging conversations during our committee meetings. So we'll move on to our next slide here. So in terms of webinars, we've done the evolution of optical LAN back in June 4th of 2025. And then we continue to do the Eco Smart Design Reimagining Spaces with Optical LAN. That's our AIA accredited course, often taught by Chad or myself. So we've done those in February, June, and October. And so we see a lot of engagement with those. And often those are driven by marketing committee requests and our own imaginative ideas on what new content we can bring to the market. And for our next slide, in terms of accomplishments for 2025, we completed our testing guidelines. I guess that was around the middle of 2025. So we had been working on that for some time. We had already had testing guidelines, but thanks to several of our members for championing a new effort to refresh those, bring those up to speed. So we now have those guidelines published. And we also have done some presentations that included those new testing guidelines. So our masterclass and other presentations included those new testing guidelines. We've also worked with the European Committee on the Optical LAN Demystified publication. That was a kind of a frequently asked questions about optical LAN and some of the myths around it. And so we helped refine the content that they produced for that. And of course, those testing guidelines that we developed, those were incorporated into our Division 27 specifications. So all those are part of our accomplishments for 2025. And as many of you know, we have been doing the BICSI Masterclass for quite some time. We continued to do that through the BICSI Beyond conference in, I believe it was August of 2025. That was the fundamentals of passive optical LAN, as well as the newer optical LAN implementation and use cases. But I don't know if sad is the right word, but it is the end of an era. The BICSI Beyond 2025 was the last time that we did the presentation of fundamentals of passive optical LAN and the optical LAN implementation and use cases. We had done that presentation 22 times starting in the fall of 2014. So BICSI has encouraged us to continue to submit that for potential use in the future. But that was the longest running class at BICSI for, as you can see, quite some time, and something that we presented to hundreds of attendees over those many conferences. So thanks to all of our presenters on that. I list the three here that have done it most recently, but we have done that presentation with well over half a dozen presenters, probably closer to a dozen over the 22 conferences. So thanks to everybody who has been part of that. And so the digital training certificates that go with those classes. We continue to issue those as we presented the classes. Looking forward, we'll be breaking those down into smaller training certificates that we can issue outside of the master classes. But as you can see here, the statistics: 50 credentials published, 27 credentials downloaded, 166 people discovered from that last training class. So it's something that's valuable, something that gets our name out there, and also something that our attendees can tout as credentials for the industry. So great tool for us to have in our toolbox. And I also want to thank our new members, Dave Laws, Jenny Benavides, and Patrick Flynn, for joining the committee this year. Great to have new members. We're always looking for additional folks. Despite our strong roster, we're always looking for more folks. If you want to be part of the development of new content, the presentation of content, or reviewing standards, those types of things, we'd love to have you join us. And with that, I will hand it over to Brian for membership.
Thank you, Matt. I'm humbled by being handed off from an award winner. So congratulations to you and all of the hard work that you do. I know that ever since we've been part of the organization, you've brought great leadership, and it's an amazing thing to be able to see the number of classes that APOLAN has taught at the Big C conference. So congratulations and kudos on that accomplishment. Looking to what the future holds. My name is Brian Hardy. I'm the chair of the APOLAN membership committee. Our committee exists to support the board and its mission. We have not necessarily as many members as the technology committee, but we're a strong bunch, and we are looking for any new folks and new blood that can come in and help us out with continuation of attaining our goal. We have a great group of members that are diverse from all of the different kind of aspects within the industry, like manufacturers, integrators, things like that. Our next slide, I think we talk about the what we've been able to do over the past year. So we've updated our membership recognition program. I believe we have or are starting to work on a certificate. So when you're a member of the association, you get a certificate similar to what Matt was just showing for technology committee training. We encourage all of you all to, when you get that, share it on social media, like, subscribe, and thumbs up. We're also looking at, or we accomplished some stakeholder engagement research, and we're continuing our recruitment and retention. So one of the biggest things that we are focused on is to not only recruit new members, but we want to make it attractive so that the members that come on board want to stay. Our next slide talks about the new members that came across last year. So we have 3 new members. I believe the year before we had a couple more. I think we had 5 new members. But we are absolutely more than appreciative for all the new members that are coming on. We encourage you to sign up if it's not the membership committee, technology committee, marketing committee. We have many committees that you can join. We want your active participation. We want to understand why you joined, what's important to you, so we can put it into our charters and make sure that you're getting the most out of your membership that you possibly can. Our next slide is not me anymore. So I'm going to pass it on to Gayla Arundel with the marketing committee.
Thank you very much. So I am actually the board liaison for the marketing committee. I am standing in actually for the chair of the marketing committee because there was a conflict. But I've been involved in the marketing committee for many, many years. So I'm happy to make this presentation. So next slide. So this is the current marketing committee for APOLAN. The chair is Catherine Asbeck from Corning. I work very closely with Catherine on a day-to-day basis, but unfortunately she had a conflict. These are the other members here on the marketing committee. Again, similar to the technology committee, we have several people here, but we are always looking for more hands and more participants. So please join the team, get involved. We have a lot of exciting activities planned for this year in terms of APOLAN marketing. So first I'll talk about our digital media and communications. We are very active on social media with our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, as well as X. I think you'll see many different APOLAN posts that are being coordinated, as well as we can help promote our members' content as well. So we have on our website, which you have there, apolanglobal.org, we have our buyer's journey where a potential buyer of APOLAN can come in and see who are the different member players within the categories of, say, active equipment or passive fiber, etc., as well as our directory there of all the members. And then last but not least, and this is important, we have this section with articles, papers, and projects. From APOLAN perspective, we do have the ICT Today abstract that we did for the ICT Today Art magazine. We are in the process of creating sort of an online ebook or flipbook, and we will also soon have our market study. I'll talk a little bit more about that. I would say that please, as I said, let us know if you have content you'd like to add to the website. We'll be happy to add that. In terms of events and webinars, in 2025, we did 3 webinars, Optical LAN Demystified. Then we did an Eco Smart Design, which was reimagining spaces with optical LAN. That was both in February and June. And then an evolution of optical LAN. This year we have 1 on the docket so far. We hope to do some more, but the first one will be solving problems for architects and end users with fiber-based optics. In terms of trade shows, we were present in Orlando in I guess that was 2025, both in Orlando at winter and at Bixby Beyond. As you heard, that was our last time we did the masterclass. And then we didn't have a booth at either because Bixby sort of stopped, that sort of gratis booth, but we were certainly present with our member companies and different activities. And then we also had a booth with Green Build, which was in Los Angeles, which was our first time attending that conference, and it was a great conference, a lot of learning for us. So for this year, we were also at Bixby Winter. We did do the Bixby breakfast there, with which Bixby, invited. It was sort of called the Bixby Leadership Breakfast, and we were the key sponsor, and we were able to present at that event. We will be doing the Green Bill again this year, which is in October in New York City, and then Bixby Beyond. I guess we are going to submit for a masterclass, so we'll see if we get chosen this time around, but we'll certainly be present as members there. So for activities that we're planning for this year, the market study beyond copper and examination of the global optical LAN adoption is almost complete. We will be sharing the results of that with our membership, and this is a key benefit actually of being a member, is that you get we pay for this study, but you get real up-to-date market information on where the global adoption of optical LAN and how that's going. We're also working with American Training Seminars. This is a company that does a lot of webinars and seminars, and we're hoping that they focus a lot on smart buildings as well. So we're working with them to see if we can get our webinar uploaded as part of what they can offer. As I mentioned, we are doing this flip book. It's a more of an ebook type of scenario that we are working on. And then in terms of this AIA approved course, we have the one that we've been doing already. It's very technical, so we're working on a new one, which would be more of a sort of a higher level architect, where they don't need to know all the details, but they need to know the value props and the benefits. So that's also an ongoing activity that we are doing in terms of helping to educate and train, which is one of our key objectives as an organization. So again, if you are interested in joining, please let us know. And I will now hand you over to Jim Connor, who is going to talk about the European Committee.
Thanks. Excuse me. Thanks, Gayla. So I'm back. First, before I even start, let me thank you, Karen, for the award. It means a lot. And the last several years of working with APOLAN has been really wonderful in terms of the amount of things I've learned and the opportunities to contribute. Moving on to the European Committee, I am not the leader of the European Committee, but I am the board liaison. The European Committee really worked on two main things over the last year. One was to put together a webinar to do training for APOLAN members and other people in the industry. That webinar was presented in September and had some great attendance and support. The second thing that we've been doing is working with Matt's technical committee to put together a whole new white paper focused on the European market, on demystifying optical LAN, to really go out and educate the public and debunk a lot of the common myths about POL and fiber in the enterprise market. So that's really been our focus, and really trying to drive some of the things that the technical committee and marketing committee has done into the European region. So that being said, let me introduce Emma Fernandez to cover the Caribbean and Latin America Committee.
Hello to everyone. I will talk about the Latin America and the Caribbean Committee. This year we have new entrants in our committee. So we have Luis Felsner for Lightera as new member. And we continue having the collaboration of Miguel Angel as our vice chair. Very active members like Gustavo, Eduardo, and Pedro that may succeed the activities that we have done in 2025. And also our liaison, Christopher Brown, that is accompanying us in all the meetings, try to find new ways to show the benefit of optical LAN and do more activities in CALA. The main activity that we are working on in Latin America and the Caribbean is the joint participation with BICSI in the different activities that they do. Last year, we participated in 5 countries with the ICT hands-on presentation and additional activities with them. So we have the active participation of Gustavo, Pedro, and the Julian from our CALA committee. We had been present in Costa Rica in February, Mexico in May, Guatemala in September, Ecuador in October. We find local representatives in each of these countries to have a wide presence in all Latin America. And we also did 2 other additional activities, one with the Fidelitas University in Costa Rica, where we could be in touch with new generation of future engineers. We talk with the student, explain the benefits of optical LAN, have this first contact with the technology. Also in Brazil, we did a significant event where we have been in touch with companies regarding data center, and it was the comeback from Big C to Brazil. So it was a pleasure to be with them in that event. In 2026, we will continue participating in this kind of event. We are planning to be in 4 ICT summits and 1 data center forum in different countries in Latin America. And we want to do it going beyond the fundamentals. We will present different use cases in each one of these ICTs. And we had a milestone last year. We had an invitation to publish one of our white papers in the RTI magazine. We successfully did it in June, where the white paper was published, and it was in Portuguese, as Karen says, to spread the word also in that language and reach more people in our region. They left open the door to us to publish new white papers in the future. So we have to work with them again to find one white paper that we want to be translated to Portuguese and to present in the magazine. Also last year, we did a very good achievement in the region. One of our companies, one of our member companies did training. They did 4,000. They trained 4,000 technicians in optical LAN in 2025 to spread the knowledge and awareness in optical LAN. It is a very good achievement, and to later to work with us in this activity. Also, in 2026, we will work in these use cases to present in the Big C event. We will start with Costa Rica, where we will do the video surveillance use case. And if you want to participate in one of these events this year, please submit one use case to be presented in the next coming events. And finally, we want to do also an article publication in the Big C Cala 360 magazine. So we will work in this article this year to be published, and we will share with you the link and put it in our webpage. And I think that's all for our CALA committee.
Thank you, Emma. The CALA team is always moving and shaking. I'm so impressed with all of the good activities that you guys had going on this year and with all of the teams. So yeah, Matt brought up the ending of an era with the masterclass with Big C, but I want to remind people that when an era ends, that means that there's some sort of new opportunity that exists. So I am excited about the future. Gayla highlighted that we did host the breakfast with Big C. in Orlando. That was a great success. I had an opportunity to be there for that. And then also Bixie integrated us into a main stage panel discussion this year as part of their Orlando show, where we were in a panel with the FMP Alliance and the POE Consortium and Bixie. And I thought that that was a great success as well. So as you can see from the different reports, we've got a lot of different activities going on. We continue with a strong relationship with them, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. So good work from all of you. I really appreciate that. So as we move into the board election results, the APOLAN bylaws state that the board of directors shall consist of no less than 3 and no more than 11 directors. So that number of how many people sit on the board is actually determined by the sitting board and is currently set at 7. Each founding member in good standing has the right to elect a director to represent their company, and our founding members are currently Corning and Telabs. The remaining seats are elected from the platinum memberships who are nominated and in good standing, and the directors serve for a 2-year staggered term. So for 2026, there were 2 board of director seats open for election. A call for nominations was sent out to the entire membership, and a vote subsequently occurred by the board. So I am pleased to announce the following individuals who have been elected to serve on the APOLAN Board of Directors for the next 2 years. We have Michael Cady from Nokia, Alan Birch from Quipsys. In addition to these 2 elected directors, I will be joined by continuing board members Mao Ping, Chad, Gayla, and Chris. So congratulations to our new and returning board members. Yeah, lots of applause there. Thank you all for your contributions. I really appreciate that. So with that, my part of the meeting is technically complete, but as part of my outgoing chairmanship, I hereby dub thee, Chris Brown, with my Spirit of Service baseball bat, the chairman of the board for APOLAN. May the team continue to hit many home runs under your leadership. So with that, I'm going to thank you all again, and I'm going to turn it over to Chris.
Thank you, Karen. Much appreciated. I didn't know I needed a helmet for this, but maybe I should have had one handy. Hello again, everybody. If in case you missed it earlier, my name is Chris Brown, and I'm honored to take over as chair of the APOLAN Executive Board for 2026. Before we start looking into next year, I want to take a minute to just recognize Karen for her work over the past year as board chair. I've had the opportunity of working alongside her for most of the past year, and I can tell you that the amount of work and energy that she put in is absolutely incredible, and we appreciate your work leading the board and the association in 25. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you so much for that. So building on the momentum of 2025, we continue to focus on strengthening member engagement and advancing the strategic direction we've set together. As part of that effort, we recently conducted a roundtable survey of APOLAN members to better understand your priorities, challenges, and expectations. Your feedback continues to guide our next steps, and the board will be selecting a few specific areas for focused improvement. These areas include more clear and consistent communications, more relevant content to our members and potential new members, and increased opportunities for peer connection. Key themes that reflect exactly where you want APOLAN to grow. As we look ahead, our goal is to take these insights and turn them into meaningful action. We want to create more touch points, more opportunities to contribute, and more ways for members to stay connected to APOLAN's work and to each other. Together, we can keep building momentum, expanding our reach, and strengthening the voice of Optical Land community. With that in mind, here's several ways that you can stay engaged and help move APOLAN forward. Number one is make sure you're registering and sharing our upcoming webinars to stay informed and connected with the latest industry insights. Our next session, hosted by the Technology Committee, will focus on Optical Land features and functionality. It's planned for March, with registration opening soon. So when you see that, please register right away and share that opportunity with others to try to help grow our presence. You can also join us at Greenbuild in New York this October. where APOLAN will once again exhibit and continue our engagement with leaders in sustainability and infrastructure. I had the privilege of representing APOLAN at Green Build in Los Angeles this past fall, and I believe that the U.S. Green Building Council and their Green Build Conference is an ideal vehicle to get our sustainability message out to a wider audience. In an effort to increase our presence, we will again be hosting a booth this year, but we're also applying for a presentation opportunity to really drive the message out to the attendees. With the help of the marketing committee, we've put together a proposal for a presentation at that event that we believe really fits well into their charter, the theme for the event, and checks a lot of the boxes they're looking for their presentation. So we're very optimistic that we may have an opportunity there. As far as staying engaged, we've got one presenter committed, but we'll also need representatives to help staff the booth. So if you're in the northeastern region, the New York area, and you're interested in participating, please reach out. That's a great opportunity to engage and provide support. You can also share your expertise by submitting articles, white papers, or case studies for our newsletter, social media, or future publications. Even if you don't have a formal write-up, we're always looking for successful projects to highlight. So reach out and we can connect you with the right folks to help put something together to fit the publication that we're trying to fill with successful projects. You can also volunteer your time by joining a committee. All of the committees have presented here today. A lot of times we'll also have particular project task forces that are put together for specific projects. Those often include participation from the various committees, but they can also include participation from outside the committee. So there's room for members to participate. If you have a special skill that you think would be valuable, please reach out. We're happy to find a place for you. You can also stay connected by following APOLAN on LinkedIn and other platforms. Again, sharing those. The more we're all participating actively, commenting, sharing, the more our message will get out in the world to be hopefully identified and found by new participants. And keep an eye out for the completed market study. The study is complete. We've seen some preliminary results. They're very intriguing. We're looking forward to putting together a formal tabulation of that data, which is in progress now, and that should be available very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. We're excited about what lies ahead and grateful for your continued involvement. Thank you for your commitment to APOLAN and helping advance the industry together. That wraps up the formal portion of today's meeting. But before we close, I'd like to open the floor for any questions, comments, ideas, feedback. We're all ears with the recent engagement survey. We're definitely looking for feedback to how we can better serve the industry and our members. So please, if there's any questions, now's a great opportunity. You can also share questions. Send a note to one of the board members or something if you have a question that we can respond to. We're happy to do so. But right now would be a great time. So I'll give everybody a minute to jump in if there are any questions or comments. Quiet out there.
Maybe if you can talk more about the discount and the promotion that we have for the membership.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've touched on it a couple times, maybe haven't gone into great detail, but over the past year, we've established a discount voucher program, for lack of a better term, I guess. It's open to international membership. The idea being that APOLAN's value might vary with currencies around the world and financial situations around the world. So looking to attract new members globally, we've offered the international committees the opportunity to offer membership to new members at a discounted rate. So if that's of interest to anybody, reach out to your regional committee or the executive board, and we can put you in touch with the right people for more information on that. Thank you for that, Emma. Anything else? Okay. Well, thank you all for joining us today and for your continued support of APOLAN. We truly appreciate your membership and the role each of you plays in advancing our mission. We look forward to the work ahead and to accomplishing even more together in 2026. Everybody have a great rest of your day and take care all.
Thank you.